that you said a game of inches, and I'm going to steal that, but I won't give you credit because
That's fair.
It's just I've taught
I
you
steal
enough
stuff
that-
from you all the time.
I know, we're good.
It's all right.
Anyway, so I think about like the process of change, and we have a whole content on this in that coach curriculum that we were together with, right? That Kubler-Ross change curve. Is that there's nothing in life. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Maybe there's a few things that change is instantaneous. It doesn't happen, right? Change is incremental. It's a game of inches. But when we're working with kids in some of our educational systems, a plan will be implemented for 2 weeks, and that means maybe 5 out of the 10 days it's been done. Yeah. And it doesn't work. Yeah. Right? Throw their hands up, it doesn't work. But what in life is instantaneous, right? Like you said, it's a game of inches. Everything, and it's about, and I've heard from some, I think, reliable sources that you all where you're working at the Resilient Empowerment Center talk about progress over perfection. That it needs to be, those game of inches is like, what's the pop? What's the pop for the day? Is that the girl came with her hair combed, or she had her shoes tied, or just the small things that over time, how did we get here? Yeah. And you go back and you look. And so I think that was really insightful, and that's something that all of our listeners can take away from is, what inch did we make today? Yeah. The repair, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they acted out again, but the repair was there.
Well, I'll give you credit. I'll give you some credit here. Okay. You gave me the feedback, right? It's a real thing. It's like sometimes it's not like, did Billy not cuss us out today? Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's Billy cussed us out for 5 minutes today when it was 30 minutes last week.
Yeah.
And that was really hard for me as a young person coming out of college, and some would say neurotypical, I guess. You might argue with that, right? But like, it's really hard for me to, at that point, to show the maturity to go, you know what, you're right? I'm still just like stuck on like, but they're still cussing. But we have to be able to hold those wins up for ourselves in terms of working in the field, but also for those children, right? We have to be that sort of mirror that they can check in and go, okay, but look, And when I took that philosophy on, because I've stolen that from you, okay, we're mutual in that regard. When I've taken that and I've given the kid feedback, hey, you did a great job today, and they're like, but dude, I cussed you out for 5 minutes. Yeah, but last week it was a half an hour. And you didn't even go into my family this time. You just called me like, generic like insults or whatever. Right. It's kind of mind-blowing for them.
Yes.
And I really think it does a lot for our credibility as adults with kids.
Sure does.
Because I think a lot of kids, whether right, wrong, or indifferent, their perception of adults is they want to be petty. They want to find every reason to give me negative feedback.
Mike makes right. I'm the boss.
Yeah.
Adultism.
And sometimes we do fall into those silos, right? And so I think that ability to take that strength-based approach of it's not a light switch, but it's a dial, right? And where did we turn the dial today? I think those are a lot of the things that I've been able to take and implement with kids that have come from this trauma-informed lens, that have served me very well in terms of my ability to build relationships with kids across the board.